And good morning, everyone. Welcome to the regular meeting of North Kawartha Council. It is May 5th, 2026, and welcome to the folks that are joining us here in person in the council chambers, and welcome to the folks that are joining us online, and also welcome to the folks that may be watching this at a later date and time, because as most people know by now, we do record our meetings. We upload them to our YouTube channel, so they are available for any member of the public to view and see their local government in action. So I just want to remind everybody who is in attendance today, any comments, any opinions that are expressed will be recorded and available for the public to hear that. Okay, and before we begin, council would like to acknowledge that we meet on the traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, in particular our neighbors from Kawartha Anishinaabe and Curve Lake First Nations. We recognize and honor the original people of this place we call North Kawartha. As duly elected representatives, we follow this Indigenous practice of acknowledgement to foster respectful deliberations, thoughtful collaboration, and wise decision-making in our service to this community. Okay, and we will get in now to the business. Before we do that, though, disclosure of pecuniary interest. Does any member of council have any interest with any of the matters before us today? Not seeing any, so I'm going to move on. And adoption of the agenda. Now we're going to make a couple of changes with the agenda, and we're going to move the retirement presentation to the end. But we're going to bring forward the consent report. So it takes place after planning, which is after our public hearing, the zone amendment. And then right after that, we're going to go into closed session. Okay, so we're not adding anything or taking anything away. We're just kind of rearranging the order of what's on the agenda. So if everybody's cool with that, can I have a motion to approve the amended agenda? Moved by Jim Whalen, seconded by Ruth Ann. All those in favor? That agenda has been approved. Okay. And without further ado, I'm going to declare that we are going into a statutory public hearing for the purpose of hearing a zone amendment application. Public hearings provide opportunities for members of our community to ask for relief from planning rules and regulations, and it's also an opportunity for members of the public to provide comments on those requests for relief. And council encourages everybody to provide their comments, provide their feedback, whether positive or negative, as it's important for us to make the best decision possible. But I do want to let everybody know that there have been changes to the Planning Act that have removed the right of appeal from the public. It's only specified persons, certain agencies, the applicant that do have that right of appeal. And for those folks, the appeal period is 20 days and it starts the day the decision is posted. I think I got that right, but I know people will correct me if I didn't. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our planner. Good morning, Forbes Simon, you're online. Welcome, and please go ahead. I don't know if you want to turn your video on or not, but you're welcome to. There you are. I think you're coming.
I'm going to turn it on, Mayor, and I'm going to turn it off because I'm in Barry's Bay with rural connectivity. So good morning.
Okay, perfect. But we can hear you. We might want to turn, actually, yeah, Kelly's just going to come up. Just hang on a second, Forbes. We're just going to turn you up a little bit so the folks can hear you. Do you want to say something now, Forbes?
Yes. Good morning, Mayor and Council.
That's good. Perfect. Go
Is
ahead.
that good?
Please. Yep, that's great.
Thank you very much. Mayor, Council, the public meeting that you have before you today is for application ZA 2-26. This is an application that involves lands that's commonly referred to as 10-394 Highway 28. It's lots 34 of Anstruther. And it's just in the northwest corner of the hamlet of Apsley. If council recalls, this property was subject to a consent application. It was B 8925. I'm sorry, B 8925. That severed the property in half. It also had an established right of way to the newly severed lot with access onto Highway 28, supported by MTO. One of the features of the severance, however, was that the retained parcel has a portion of lands that are in the commercial special exception 3 zone, the C-3 zone. And the balance
Oh,
of the commercial zoning, and at the same time recognize a wetland feature on property and place the wetland feature in the environmental constraint EC zone. Are you still getting me, Mayor?
we are, you're cutting out a little bit, but we're getting the gist of it so far. We've read your report too, so it helps.
All right. I apologize for that.
That's okay.
The application is consistent with the official plan. It's administrative in nature. It's supported by MTO. We have received comments since the writing of my report from MTO that say they have no concerns subject to the conditions of the consent. We've received no concerns from surrounding property owners. This is consistent with what the application submitted. And I would recommend, council, that you look upon this application favorably and consider the bylaw accordingly. That's my report, Mayor. I'm happy to answer any questions with this rural connection.
Okay, thank you for that. All right, we'll do our best here. But right now, I'm going to go to the applicant or the applicant's representative, pardon me, representative. There he is. Good morning, Kevin. Did you want to add anything further to what Forbes has provided?
Mayor Amia, council members, I did listen to Mr. Simon's presentation. I agree with his summary. This is a very straightforward application. The zoning map that was appended to the staff report is rather informative. There is an EP portion or natural feature within the middle part of the property. The zoning will recognize same. You'll also see that there was a recently constructed dwelling and accessory structure on the rural zone portion. We are agreeable with the recommendation, and I make myself available in the event that there are any questions or concerns. I know that Forbes indicates he's in Barry's Bay, which I can relate. Our cottage property is not far from it. It's on Spectacle Lake, so I can understand the intermittent service that might be a challenge, can be challenging from time to time. So I make myself available in the event there are any questions of council. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that. Okay, well then, at this point, I'm going to ask if there's anybody that wants to speak on this application, either in support of or in opposition to. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Please go ahead. Just, if you want to come up and just introduce yourself for the record, please.
Very formal.
It is.
Thank you.
Super.
Then, are you coming, Catherine?
He doesn't want to do it alone. That's why we have two hot seats instead of just one.
Thank you for inviting us forward.
I'll just get you to put the mic on.
Press your button there. Press the
I
button,
think it should.
that, right there.
Oh, it may not be turned on.
Just
Kelly's
press
gonna
one
come
button.
help you. There we go.
Thank you. My name is Don Roden, and my better half
I
Catherine.
think it's not turned on yet.
You said to-
Hit it again. Now that it has power. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, the light is on. You're good.
Alrighty, yes, I've seen the light. My better half Catherine Bailey, we're here in support of the application. Background, my family's cottage down in Chandos as a seasonal cottage for 72 years. We personally lived the last 5 years on 504, and we own and operate Woody's down the way. So we've known the township very long and well. We're very supportive of the whole project which we envision going on over there. We recognize that housing is a significant limitation within the area, particularly close and proximal to town. I think my understanding as to what they're building would be very good and helping support that. Number two, as a business, we're onto Burton Street, but also up against Highway 28. And I know my knowledge, the council has been supportive to trying to get the speed limit controlled through there. Hopefully something like this will give more ammunition to finding some support and changing it from 80 down to 60. Further up, there are important businesses that pull out onto 28, and I think safety is an important thing. I think it also helps develop the north end of town compared to just the south end of town, which I think is beneficial also. I think also just commenting as business, as we try and grow the community and the services that are here, increased population helps support increased number of businesses. So I think it's all positive and all very good. And I know that the individuals involved with the building quality places, it will be a tribute to the community of Oxley. We're both supportive. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, thank you very much. Okay, and I'm gonna just ask if there's anybody else. I don't see anybody online, and I'm just making sure that I don't have more than one screen, but now I don't see anything, so. Okay, now I'm gonna turn it over to council for questions or comments, so Jim starts off.
Just picking up a little bit, Kevin, on Don's comment about housing. I noticed on here you don't have anything in the works right now. Should this have been zoned rural residential so that you could build on them?
In response, Mary Amiot to Councillor Whalen, there is a pending severance and right-of-way application currently with the Land Division Committee, and it would contemplate on the south part of the property the potential for some residential development. We haven't concluded our final product, but this is sort of setting the path forward, that we will recognize the existing dwelling will be on the more northern portion, and then the remaining portion, which will enjoy and make use of the existing driveway right-of-way, which Mr. Simon referred to earlier, could conceivably facilitate some future infill development on the more southern portion of the property. But that is in play as we speak. There's still other approvals that would be forthcoming. In that extent, you'd probably see me again at some point with some infill housing project on the southern portion of the property, respecting the hamlet designation that is applied to those lands.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Yep, thanks very much, Kevin.
Okay, perfect. Anybody else? Questions, comments, or perhaps you're prepared to make a motion? Ruth Ann.
I'd make a motion that council approves zone amendment ZA 2-26 to remove the general commercial zoning and replace it with BC environmental constraint and rural zoning.
Perfect. Okay, Ruth Ann moved that, seconded by Jim. All those in favor? That is approved. Thanks very much, people. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, Forbes. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
today.
Thanks, Don.
You're welcome. Have
All
a
right.
great day. Bye for now.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you. Okay, and with that, I'm going to declare that we are out of statutory public hearing, and we are going to now go on to the consent item, the report that's under staff reports planning. We have our other fantastic planner here, Laura Stone, who is going to be presenting this report. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Mayor and members of council. This is for consent application B-19-25, which is an application for a lot addition. The recommendation is that council recommends that the County of Peterborough approves consent application B-19-26 for the purposes of a lot addition, with the condition of rezoning the parcel of land being transferred to shoreline residential. So the background is the subject property is 1680 Northeast Bay Road. Rule number 15360200001822000, lot 8, concession 34. The owner is Ian Cowie and the agent for the applicant is Kevin Dubay. It's currently zoned rural and the official plan designation is seasonal residential. The size of the subject property is 13.15 hectares with 0.15 hectares to be severed and then added to the benefiting property, which is 1634 Northeast Bay Road, although it does have access from Fire Route 20. It's kind of a weird little mishmash of properties in that area. Ultimately, with the property that is being severed, being zoned rural, it will have to be rezoned to shoreline residential to meet the current zoning of the property that is benefiting, which is again 1634 Northeast Bay Road. So that is the condition. Otherwise, this application represents good planning, and I go back to my recommendation that we ask the County of Peterborough to approve this consent.
Okay, thank you for that. Questions or comments for Laura? If not, looking for a motion.
I'd move the recommendation.
Perfect. Moved by Colin, seconded by Ruth Ann. All those in favor? That's
Thank
approved. Well, the recommendation for approval is approved. All right, thanks, Laura.
Thank you.
Okay, and we just went super fast and now we are going into closed session. Are we doing that? Can we do that? Is that too soon?
No, we're not going to do the rest of it.
No, I think we were talking about pulling it forward just because timing of things today.
Oh.
We didn't want to have folks sitting in an empty room. But is that okay with staff? Like, is John prepared to?
So.
Okay, all right, then I am looking for a motion to go into closed session pursuant to section 230. Where is my words? Well, I think I should know this.
239 too.
I would say 232.9, 239.2. Of the municipal act, because the discussion that's going to take place is regarding litigation or potential litigation, specifically court matters. So with that, we're going to go into close. Who wants to move it? Colin will move it. Jim will second it. All in favor? We're going in.